LWRC. I have right here the rifle that we did shoot at the range last time we were there. This is actually an M6 A2 with the ACOG, as you saw that we sighted in. And we're going to actually take two rifles from LWRC, an M6 A2 and an M6 A3, and break them down for you pretty much exactly as they come from the factory. So neither of these boxes have been opened yet, so we're going to open one up here and just give you an idea here of exactly how they come in when you order a rifle from them from the factory. Now LWRC always sends their rifles sealed in their boxes, and the way they come in is pretty much in a padded foam box. They come in with the rifle sealed in a green bag like such, and that's after they've had like a quality inspection done of the rifle and whatnot, and they'll seal it in the bags and send it out to you. Every rifle kit comes with your manuals, comes with some stickers and some lube for the rifles, and then the owner's manual. They send a catalog for it with you, and they also send you a brand new PMAG that's still in packaging. And this would be the packaging for your MyEd grip, which has your different grip extensions on it to change the grip out to fit your hand. So that is the M6 A2. And then pretty much when you get your rifle, one thing we always recommend as you're opening it up and taking it out of the package, which most likely will already be out of the bag if you purchased it from us, is give it a quick wipe down. They have a tendency to be a little bit greasy when they come in from the factory. This one's actually pretty good, but that's pretty much it, straight from the factory. This is an M6 A2, this is an M6 A3. Now, to the naked eye, on a quick glance, they look almost identical, and the rifles pretty much are almost identical. There's one major difference between the two rifles, and it's this right here. This is LWRC's proprietary gas block system on the M6 A3s. The front sight is built into the gas block, and it has an adjustable system for using for suppressor fire. You can turn it on, off, and set it to different weather conditions depending on how. There's 4 settings total for actually that gas block that you can adjust based off of your shooting conditions that you're in. Whether you're shooting suppressed in adverse weather conditions or not suppressed, or if you want to just turn it off completely, turn off the gas system completely. The M6 A2 is the exact same rifle minus that system. It's just a Troy front sight. I'm going to break down the M6 A2 since that is the most basic one. M6 A2, or any LWRC for that matter, breaks down with the 2 basic pins on an AR. You're going to pop these 2 pins out. Straight from the factory. They do offer a little bit of resistance because they're just coming out of being built. Once you break it down, the rifle is designed just as like a standard AR would be designed. You have your upper receiver and your barrel, and your lower receiver with your stock and pistol grip and everything like that. They send them with a Voltar E-Mod stock. It's a stock here. It is a 6-position adjustable stock. It will adjust just like any other stock will. The Voltar E-Mods also have built-in cheek pieces. There are also battery compartments, which you can take the caps off and stick in any type of battery, CR123s or AA's. A very comfortable stock to shoot with. It also has another compartment down here which will hold 2 AA batteries or anything else you'd want to fit in there. It does come with a sling swivel and the butt pad at the back of the stock as well. Other thing with lower receivers that they do is they include the Magpul MyEd grip. This Magpul's a premium grip that can adjust the back straps in the front as well. You can make the back straps bigger. You can get rid of the finger notch here in the front strap too, depending on what your preferences are. And they also include, in the MyEd grips, is a pocket in the bottom for either storing batteries or storing extra emergency rounds as well. And you can get, there's a whole wide array of different attachments you can get for the MyEd that will fit there. Also, on the lowers, they also include the Magpul Enhanced Trigger Guard, aluminum enhanced trigger guard. Really, it's a trigger guard designed to kind of like make it a little bit easier to slide your hand in and out of the actual trigger guard. It's designed also for like cold weather gloves, and it's a little bit bigger so your finger can fit in there if you're wearing big gloves. And that is basically the lower receiver as it sits. The upper receiver is really where all their technology is, where all that money you spend on the rifle is really in the upper receiver. The upper receiver is pretty much where they put all their really big features that really distinguish their rifles from any other rifle as it sits. Most notable things are going to be first the quad rail. This is a proprietary quad rail. One thing I will note is that anything that LWRC has on their rifles, with the exceptions to Magpul, Voltar, and their Troy sights, everything else is made in-house. Everything is made either by them or their sister company, Maytech. They machine their own rails, machine their own uppers, their lowers, and everything is made by them there. And it also helps with quality control because they have a better grasp on what's being put into their rifles. You have your free float quad rail. They obviously give you a set of rail panels just to kind of protect your hands when you're shooting and protect the rails. They're just rail covers. They have the Troy sights, Troy backup iron sights, which are fold down sights. Most LWRCs are going to come with the H&K style front sight. As you can see there, it's the rounded one as opposed to the standard M4 one, which kind of fans out. And then the rear sight is the same thing, just a fold down backup iron sight. LWRC's barrels are also their Nicor barrels. Their barrels are 1 in 7 twist barrels. It is considered what most people would, I guess, say a heavy barrel, but it's what they call a Nicor barrel. The barrels are pretty much built, and they claim them to be indestructible. And what we've seen using the one that we shot at the range, and also the ones that rifle has had extensive use through it, is the barrels are very, very accurate, and they're also can take a very large beating. And they also claim that they do not mar, the barrels will not mar as well, so you really can't mark them up or ruin the finish on them. They all come with standard A2 flash hiders on them. Now this barrel and the M6 A3, which we had in here earlier, are both 14 7-inch rifles with permanently attached pinned-on flash hiders. So the advantage of that is you can get a rifle as short as you can, but with the flash hider pinned on, it makes it a full 16 inches, so it falls under a normal compliancy and it doesn't have to be a Class 3 registered weapon. Moving on here to the upper receiver, LWRC puts out a new one-piece nickel-plated bolt carrier. It is what they consider a non-lube bolt. It does not have to be lubricated for it to work properly. And something new, which they just started doing within the last month, is they started putting out the same nickel coating on their bolts as well, not just the carriers. Their bolts are an advanced combat bolt. Major difference between that bolt and a regular bolt is it has a two-piece extractor. It has 2 extractor springs instead of just one, and kind of helps with making sure the extractor is not wearing out and the thing's going to be functioning properly down the road after extensive use. 2 springs are right in here. If you can see here, it has like this kind of like this weird oval shape. Normally, an extractor will have it'll have just one. It'll just go straight back. It doesn't fan out like this. And that's because there's one major spring that serves as the extractor spring to catch the rounds and throw them out of the rifle. Whereas this has 2 springs, making the tension a lot tighter and also increasing like the lifespan of the actual bolt and the extractor in the bolt as well. The nice thing about LWRCs as well is their gas piston system is really similar to their bolts and their barrels. Is really one of their biggest selling points to their rifles. What a gas piston is in an AR is it's a gas piston system. Instead of gases flying back through the gas tube into your chamber to push your bolt back to load another round in, it's actually a piston system where the gases hit a piston, which is right here on the rifle, and pushes a rod back. When the rod hits the one-piece carrier, and that's what works the action. So the benefits of that over a standard AR direct impingement is you don't have all the gases and all the dirt and all the carbon flying back into your chamber where all your action's happening for firing your gun. And overall, it increases the lifespan of the weapon, increases you do not have to clean it as much as you would normally have to, and also increases its versatility in adverse weather conditions. This is their gas piston system right here. It's a short stroke gas piston system. It is a proprietary system built just by LWRC, and they make it very easy for their rails, as you saw as I took that off there, to get to that gas piston system, to either wipe it down or make sure it's clean as well. You can just pretty much take the rail right off, and you can pop it back on with these screws. They'll screw the rail back on so that if you need to do maintenance to your gas piston system, you can. LWRC really makes a great rifle. They have a tendency to be a little bit pricey, but when you break it down, you add up all the costs that you would spend on an LWRC, they definitely are worth it at the end of the day. With the features that you get and getting a rifle that's going to last you a lifetime and last you 80,000 plus rounds. And that's pretty much about it.